I've been pregnant 4 times, and each time I have cried about the most ridiculous stuff. One day I thought we had a jar of marinara sauce in the refrigerator and it turned out to be salsa, and that was devastating. My husband was supposed to go out and get me a Frosty, and he came home and it was melted and completely made out of foam, like their machine had totally malfunctioned. That was obviously the end of the world for me. So I asked some of my readers, what is the craziest thing that you've cried about when you've been pregnant? So these are just a few of the great responses that I got. I loved pickle juice while pregnant. Who doesn't? And had about 4 varying types that I would drink out of each night. Kosher, Polish, garlic. One night my husband combined them all in 2 jars, and I bawled for hours because they were ruined. I'm so sorry. That must have been a horrible loss. I cried about donuts. Specifically, I'd waited in line with my 3-year-old, picked out the perfect donuts for us, and then realized at the counter that I didn't have my wallet. And I went to the car and cried. It was National Donut Day. I feel for her. Next time you see a pregnant woman in line for donuts and she doesn't have her wallet on her, front her the $5 for the donuts. I got a pedicure the week before I gave birth, and my feet were so swollen. The lady tried to put toe spacers in between, but decided I didn't need them, and so I ugly cried. Okay. There was a dent in the metal laundry room door. I tried to tap it out with the end of a screwdriver. It didn't look so good, so I beat it senseless with a hammer and made it look like hell. And then I cried about the mess, and that the door looked even worse. And you just imagine just the big pregnant woman just going to town with the hammer, just getting all that pregnant rage out. I cried when my husband and I were planting a tree for our first baby. Not about the sentiment of watching the tree and the baby grow up together, but because my husband cut a worm in half while he was digging. The circle of life, man. It'll get you every time. If there's one thing we can all find in common, it's that when you are pregnant, your hormones do some really crazy things to you. In that moment, it's totally serious. Like, you are crying for legit reasons. I totally recognize and respect that. Luckily, a few months later, you can look back and have a good laugh at it. Oh, I feel the struggle. I mean, that's